them for guidance. And then be coachable enough to follow instructions. If you don't know how to be part of a team, you'll never grow and multiply an organization. You know why? Because you can't model coachability. You can't reproduce coachability. You'll always stay small. You'll never get big. Let me tell you a little unknown fact, okay? In order to be a great leader, you've got to be a great follower first. Did you know that? Great leadership is developed first through being a great follower. Everything we know today we learn from somebody else. A parent, a teacher, a coach, a friend. Even something that you learn from reading a book or an article was written by an author who's basically teaching you something. Everything we learn today, we learn from somebody else. Okay? Show me a person who can't follow, and I'll show you a person who can't lead. Stay coachable. Follow what your coaches are telling you. Okay? Nicole was right. She was the one that was coachable to my RVP. She called him every day. She was absolutely accountable. She let him know what we were doing. I never did. I was like, man, don't bother me. You're my boss. I was just incredibly and fiercely independent. Nobody controls me. Right? And unfortunately, that independence and that unwillingness to submit and follow, it delayed my RVP development. It wasn't until I went to my RVP and said, I want to be coachable to you. Tell me what play to run, I'll run it. I don't have to agree with it, I don't have to like it, I will do it. Just call the play. I said, I don't know why we got out on the wrong foot. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it is. It's my fault, I'm sorry. Run a play, I'm going to be your number one guy. I will never let you down. And soon after that, we became RVPs. Okay? I had to be willing to submit. See, Nicole wasn't being disrespectful by, doing what I was going to do. She wasn't trying to go against what I thought was right or wrong. She was being a leader. She was modeling coachability so I could learn how to be coachable. See, that's an empowered partnership. See that, baby? I mean, you're just so awesome. I can't even tell you.
That's right.
All right. So if you're going to be a leader of a gigantic organization, okay, you lead it first. If you're going to be a great leader, you follow first. A great leader won't ever ask you to do anything illegal, unethical, immoral. Great leaders don't abuse their leadership position to take advantage of their teammates. A leader that does that, that's not a leader. They don't deserve your loyalty or your respect. They're just not leaders. Okay? But does that mean that your leaders are perfect? No. Absolutely not. We're all human. We're going to be making mistakes from the day we're born to the day we die. That's just the way it is. But great leaders are determined to get better so that they don't repeat mistakes over and over again. Right? We'll make them, we'll fix it, and then we'll make new ones, but we won't make the old ones again. Okay, that's what separates great leaders from leaders that aren't so great. Right? Your people are going to know when you're sincere. It doesn't mean you can't be tough. They're tough coaches, I'm a tough coach. As far as I know, everybody that we brought up here have been incredibly tough coaches, tough leaders. But your people have to know you're sincere. Your people have to know that you care about their success. That their success is just as important to you as your success. That helping their family get financially independent is just as important to you as getting your family financially independent. That you care about them. And you know what? It's not about what you say. It really isn't. Because everybody can say, it's so easy to say, I love you, man. I care about you. I want you. You can do it. I believe you. That is so easy to say. You can say it. Unless they hook you up to a lie detector test, you can't tell if you're lying. But people know your sincerity. It's not about what you say. It's about your actions. Will you invest time and resources into the development of your people? Will you prepare great trainings so they gain confidence and competence? Will you provide constant encouragement and coaching? Are you there for them even when they're not producing? Or are you only there when they're your number one person? Either your number one guy or gal or your number one couple. Are you going to be there for them when they're not your number one? When they need help? When they need some guidance? When they can use some encouragement? When they can use somebody believing in them? Or are you only there when they make you money? Will you personally produce and recruit to give hope and an example for people to follow? See, you don't think that that's important for your people, but that is absolutely important for your people, that they see you work, that they see you go through the struggle. It was awesome when people would listen to me at phone blitzes and watch me and listen to me get killed on the phones, people hanging up on me, tell me don't ever call me back, lose my number, how'd you get my number? It was awesome because I could model the correct behavior. Don't even worry about it, man. We'll just make another call. No big deal. That guy's probably financially bad. No worries, man. Give me another number. I'll call her right now. It's incredibly important. Do you care about your people enough to lead, to show them how to work? Do you care about your people enough to continue to lead when momentum is on your side? When things are going so good that it's almost like you're making money without doing anything. Do you care about them enough to do that? Do you care about your people enough to get financially independent so that they know there's a finish line, there's an end of a rainbow? They know that it's going to be over one day. All the work will be different. Now the work will be mentoring and teaching instead of actual physical field work. See, your words aren't enough. A leader has to back that up with action. Okay? Now, partnership in Primerica separates us from any other business out there. Did you know that in corporate America, there are actual guidelines or restrictions that you cannot work with your spouse? Did you know some companies put that in there? Like, hey, if your spouse works there, we can't hire your spouse. Ooh, we can't have you guys working together. You might have a fight. Oh yeah, like at home. We can't have that stuff happening here at work. Right? Did you know that in some organizations in corporate America that if your husband wins a trip, a sales incentive trip, that you're not allowed to bring your spouse on that trip? That could lead to some problems, right? One of those great vacation places and destinations, and yeah, a bunch of guys that want trips without their wives. That's a problem. But Primerica is a company that from the very beginning believed in husband and wife teams. You know how good that is? That they believe that a husband and wife working together in unison toward a goal is more powerful than any corporate entity out there. They made it possible. They encouraged it. They rewarded it. They modeled it. Art Angela Williams modeled it. We work together. We build together. We fight together. Hey, you know what? There's nothing healthier in a marriage than building a business together. Oh, boy, there's going to be incredible. It's unbelievable. You get to find out all kinds of things. How committed are you? How dedicated are you? What are you willing to put up with? How patient are you? Will you change? Will you be flexible? Will you lead? Will you support? Will you encourage? Oh, it's wonderful to build a business with your partner. You get to find out all kinds of neat things about it. Not like that. And you get to understand, and you get to appreciate how great they are. I love my wife. She's so incredible. There's no success for us without her. Would I have eventually attained success? Yes, because I would die before I was not successful. It was going to happen. But because of Nicole, we have so much more together, so much faster. We have better relationships. I appreciate her more now. How could I have ever appreciated my wife when she was just a secretary? Not nothing wrong with being a secretary at our job. They didn't demand a lot from her, so I couldn't see what she was capable of. But business demands everything, right? It demands everything. Everything you got it for. Okay? We build leaders in Primerica. We don't have no bosses here. Right? Right. That's not what we're about. We're not bossing people around. We develop leaders. Nobody wants a boss. They want a leader, a coach, somebody they want to be like, aspire to be like. Nobody will follow you if your life's a mess professionally and personally. That's why it's so important to develop your relationship so that people want to be like you. Not exactly like you, but they want to have what you have. The happiness, the peace, the security, the love, right?